everyone will notice your vision once you realize you're not seeing what others see. This woman can actually see colors that don't exist for 99% of humans. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some people live in a completely different visual world than you. And there's a simple test that might reveal if you're one of them. Imagine walking through an art gallery with a friend. You both stop at the same painting, but your friend? They're seeing something entirely different. Not worse, not better, just more. This is the reality for Concetta Antico, a California artist who discovered at age 35 that she'd been living in a world invisible to almost everyone else. Where you and I see one shade of yellow in a leaf, she sees dozens: golds, ambers, chartreuses that have no names because most humans have never seen them. The condition is called tetrachromacy, and it's like having a superpower hidden in your DNA. Scientists estimate that 12% of women carry the genetic mutation for tetrachromacy. That's roughly 1 in 8 women walking around with the potential to see 100 million colors instead of the 1 million the rest of us see. Yet, almost none of them know it. Having the gene isn't enough. It's like having a Ferrari engine in your car, but never learning to drive past second gear. Dr. Gabrielle Jordan at Newcastle University spent 2 decades hunting for true tetrachromats. She tested hundreds of women who had the genetic markers. Her method was ingenious. She'd flash colored lights that normal vision couldn't distinguish. Someone could see the difference, they had to be using that 4th cone. After 20 years, she'd found exactly 1 confirmed tetrachromat. The woman, known only as subject CDA29, could see differences in colors that were physically impossible for trichromats to detect. When Jordan showed her what looked like identical yellow lights to everyone else, CDA29 could instantly tell them apart. It wasn't a guess. It wasn't luck. She was seeing something real that existed beyond normal human perception. But here's what really bends your mind. If tetrachromats can see 100 times more colors than us, what does their world actually look like? Concetta Antico tried to explain it once. She said looking at a simple pebble path was like seeing a rainbow that had shattered into thousands of pieces. Each stone blazed with colors she couldn't name. Not because she lacked vocabulary, but because these colors don't exist in our language. Think about that. We have names for red, blue, yellow, and every shade between, but tetrachromats see colors in the gaps between our colors. It's like discovering there are entire numbers between 1 and 2 that you never knew existed. The mutation happens on the X chromosome, which explains why only women can be tetrachromats. Men have 1 X chromosome. Women have 2. For tetrachromacy to occur, a woman needs different versions of the red or green color genes on each X chromosome. This creates a 4th type of cone cell in their retinas, but having the hardware isn't enough. Your brain needs to learn to process this extra information. It's like having a 4K TV, but only watching standard definition channels. This is why so few genetic tetrachromats become functional ones. Most go through life never knowing they have this ability. Antico believes she developed her tetrachromatic vision because she's been an artist since childhood. Years of mixing paints, studying subtle color variations, and trying to capture exact shades trained her brain to process what her eyes could see. Without that training, the signal gets lost. True tetrachromacy tests require special equipment, but researchers have found that many tetrachromats score unusually high on online color discrimination tests. They can see differences in shades that look identical to everyone else. Some researchers now believe tetrachromacy might not be as rare as we thought. Dr. Kimberly Jameson at UC Irvine suggests we've been looking at it wrong. Instead of searching for people who see a completely different world, we should look for those who see our world with more nuance. Think about someone who always seems to notice when colors don't quite match. That friend who can spot the tiniest difference between paint swatches. The person who insists those 2 blacks aren't the same black. They might not be picky. They might be seeing something you literally cannot see. And this brings us to the most unsettling question of all. If some people can see colors invisible to the rest of us, what else are you missing? What if human perception varies more than we ever imagined? We assume everyone experiences reality the same way, but tetrachromacy proves that's not true. Some people literally live in a more colorful universe than others, and most of them don't even know it. The next time you look at a sunset or a flower or even a simple white wall, remember, you might be missing 99% of the colors that are actually there. And somewhere out there, a tetrachromat is seeing a world so rich with color that they could never fully describe it to us. It's not a disability we need to fix or a superpower we should envy. It's proof that human experience is far more varied than we assume. We're all walking through the same world. We're just not seeing the same thing. If you found this fascinating, wait until you hear about the man whose brain rewired itself to see with sound, or the woman who can smell diseases before doctors can detect them. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss these incredible medical mysteries. And here's something to think about. If you've always been told you're too picky about colors, maybe you're not picky at all. Maybe you're just seeing something the rest of us can't. Let me know in the comments if you think you might be a tetrachromat. I read every single one. Like this video if your mind was blown, and I'll see you in the next medical mystery.